Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about AOS. If you remember on my previous video about visa, I talked about Q1 visa and it was approved. You got married, and so what's next after Q1 visa is the AOS or adjustment of status. What is adjustment of status? It gives you a 2 years green card, and it will gives you 2 years as a legal resident of the USA. So what are the forms needed? There are, among of them are among the form I-485 for adjustment of status. Then if you file for adjustment of status, you need to file also the advance parole and the employment authority document. If you file for your adjustment of status, you better apply these two also. These two, because it will be free. Because if you do not apply these two together with the adjustment of status, you need to pay this separately. It has different fee for this and different for this too. So better you apply this together with this, so you will save some cash. So advance parole, it allows you to travel, or to leave the country, without problems. Or let's say you can leave, but you can enter the US without a problem because you have this document, the advance parole, and you can enter the US again without a problem. Like there's some certain let's say how many days allowed. Like if you have some emergency, you have no problem in entering back. Even you're still filing for your adjustment of status, if you have the advance parole, this advance parole is quicker to arrive than the form itself. Then you also need to file the EAD, Employment Authority document. So you can, if you want to work, you can apply for work. And then what's the benefits of adjustment of status? Of course, you will be legally resident. It gives you a 2 years green card or temporary green cards, that you are a legal resident of the US. Then you can find a job, you can work. And then it also needed affidavit of support, that your petitioner can support you, that you will not be a burden of the state of the USA. Then there's some certain amount in Q1 visa. There's also affidavit of support, the I-134, like it has 125% of poverty level, 125% of the poverty level, the 125. Then same as with the affidavit of support for adjustment of status, your petitioner will be responsible of you financially, that he or she can support your needs while you are in the US. Same as with the K1 visa, it also need the affidavit of support, that he or she can support your stay in the USA. Then this is what this is what you need to do, the adjustment of status. Then also it's easy for you to apply for a driver's license if you have a green card. Then there's lots of advantage, and better you do it as soon as possible after you get married, or after your honeymoon, or even before your honeymoon, because it can always wait, and a honeymoon is every day. So adjustment of status. The next thing you need to do is the ROC. What is ROC? It's removal of condition. It's 10 years, 10 years green card. 10 years green card, then you will be a legal resident in the USA for 10 years. Then how soon can you apply for ROC? You can apply ROC like 90 days before your AOS expired. 90 days. So as soon as 90 days in the on the window, 90 days window, you can before the expiration, it should be the date of the green card should be written there. Then 90 days before the expiration of your green card, you can file for ROC. It's the removal of conditions that gives you 10 years residency. And that's it. Then after the ROC, you can file for N400. N400, it's the application for citizenship. I think that's all that covers for the EOS, and on my next video, I will cover the N400 or the naturalization application for citizenship. Then I have to add, when you do the EOS, there might be an interview as well as with the ROC. Depend on how your application looks like to the educator. You might not be interviewed on EOS, or if you will not be interviewed for the EOS, there's a possibility you will be interviewed in ROC, or if you are lucky, you will not be interviewed for both. So in every application, there's an interview, a biometric. Then in my case, I do not have any interview in both, on my adjustment of status and my ROC. I don't have any interview. I think I received it for like 6 to 7 months after. And then ROC like 6 years. When I do my papers, 90 days before the expiration date, I applied right away so that the waiting time will be limited or will be shortened. So that's it. So after Q1 visa, you were approved. Oh, I have to add that after you get married, you have to go back to SSA to adjust your card. So you have to go back to SSA so that your name will be into a married name. Then in your SSA card, it will be written there for the DHS authorization. Then after you have your EOS, you receive your papers for EOS. You can receive your SSA card again. You have to go there and report. Then you can receive the SSA card, and it will state there for work authorization. That means because you have adjusted your status, then your SSA record will be, because you applied for AAD, it will say for work authorization. And that's it. And Next time I will do the ROC. If you have any question, please comment below and I will try to answer your questions as much as possible, all the knowledge I know, and we will help each other so we can accomplish, because I have been on that road and I know how it feels, especially with lots of papers and you get nervous of what papers or documents we missed. But you can, but it's quiet. Just take your time to gather all the documents and also the evidences. They also need evidences, like your photos, like an important, like to support your relationship, like you've been living together since you get married or since you arrive in the US. They will look for an evidence, for a proof of cohabitation, and they will like ask for a bank statement and or utility bills and the address of you and your husband, or you and your wife are living together. Those things, they need it for the evidence or a proof of your living together. So that's it. I hope it helps. Thank you very much and see you on my next video.